Welcome to MSDN 2010. I'm Alexis Browning.
And I'm Avery Carnahan.
Today we're going to be talking about some important, interesting, and exciting things going on in your school.
Up first, we have Morgan talking to us about the ASD electives with Mr. Johnston.
Thank you, Alex and Avery, for that introduction. I am here with Mr. Johnston to talk about electives and what they are.
Electives change depending on what grade you're in. So depending on in 6th grade, really the only choice that students get is what language they take. The electives are set. There's 4 of them. Yes, there are courses that are mandatory in each grade level. There's 4 quarter courses mandatory in 6th grade. I think at one point we counted 32 different electives that people could be taking in the middle school. No, and that's why we call them electives, because it's our belief and philosophy in the middle school that if students want to try something, they should be able to try it. Probably the best people to see would be the teachers who do them. Yeah, the teachers who actually teach them. Now, there is a program of studies, and it's on the website. And in the program of studies, it's got a brief description of every course in the middle school, including the electives. So that's a good place to start.
Now you know where to find out about them and interesting information about them. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnston, for your time.
Wow, I bet you didn't know about all those changes to electives that are coming next year.
Next, we have Jonas reporting on how ASD's recycling is going.
Hello ASD. Here at the school we have a recycling project that you may know about, or maybe a little. Have you ever seen those green bins in your classrooms? Yes, those are meant for recycled paper only, and it's the job of the Roots and Shoots class, run by Miss Rumford, to collect all the recycled paper. Here we have Tala, who's going to talk more about the recycling project. What do we recycle?
We recycle paper, cans, and plastic, and cardboard.
How many people are involved in the recycling group or groups?
Well, there's about 6 people, and there's 2 people on each floor.
How often do you recycle?
Once a week, at the beginning of the week, depending on which day it is.
Recycling is really important and will hopefully stay at ASD for a very long time. We have a massive deforestation in the world today, and we need to start recycling all our paper to prevent all the forests from being cut down. What are you doing for the environment?
Okay. It's good to know that ASD alone can make even a small difference. Also, if you haven't heard, the ASD's Got Talent has recently been performed with many spectacular acts.
Now, I'm reporting about the bullying going on in our society with Ms. Kearney and Ms. Hammonds. I'll be interviewing Ms. Kearney and Ms. Hammonds about bullying.
Bullying is really when one person chooses to be assertive or aggressive or use their power in an unconstructive way or a harmful way or a hurtful way towards another and crosses a boundary.
There's lots of different types of bullying. So typically there's physical bullying, which is really easy to see in the hallways or by the lockers. And that's kind of easier for teachers to see and for other kids to see. And then there's some indirect bullying, which might be harmful words or giving somebody the silent treatment, that kind of thing.
And then even body language.
And even body language, yeah.
Be bullying, like intimidation. Like you can intimidate someone and be bullying somebody without even ever physically touching them or actually even saying something. In other words, your presence, you're deliberately trying to make somebody uncomfortable and you're crossing the line.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope you know a little bit more about the continued video on this topic. Please check with us in the future. But on the upside, everyone didn't hear that the ASD softball girls came in 2nd place in the tournament.
Now I'm reporting about things unknown about your teachers with Miss Dolan. interview for the MSDN with Ms. Dolan for Things Unknown About Your Teachers. Ms. Dolan kindly joined us here today with Things Unknown About Your Teachers to tell us something that you may not know. So Ms. Dolan, can you tell us something that most people won't know about you?
Well, I've been in training, intensive training, for the last 2 years to become a certified yoga teacher.
How long have you been training to do this?
Well, it's now 2.5 years.
Does it affect how you work in school or how much homework you can grade in a week? Or?
Well, it affects the hours I have of free time because it's a very intensive training. The most intensive part is over. I've already received my 200-hour training and I'm working on my 500-hour. But what that means is that if I have workshops or something, some weeks I work until 10 or 11 at night.
Well, thank you for joining us today for the MSDN interview about things unknown about your teachers. And I hope that you all learned something new.
Thank you.
I bet that all of you didn't know that about your teacher, Ms. Dolan.
Lastly, we have Valerie reporting from Ms. Massengill to tell us about the current results for the house happening.
The competition for the ASD Cup is going on. Who will win this year?
Hi, Ms. Massengill.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
How are the house teams doing?
The house teams are doing really well. As we round spring into the slide to the end of the year, I hope that people get excited.
Yeah, and who won last year again?
Last year was Saphira.
So what are the scores right now?
Right now, the top team has 3,293, and the bottom team has 2,850. So it's a really tight field.
Yeah. How many emails or notes do you get every day of people?
Daily basis, I would say I probably get between 4 and 8, either emails or notes or people stopping by saying, this kid's done a great thing, or this person found money and turned it in, or can you believe I heard somebody say this and it was great? Just positive feedback.
Thank you, Ms. Massengill.
Yeah, thank you.
The house competition is looking good. I wonder who will win.
Now back to the studio.
That's all for today. Thanks again to all our viewers, and hope you join us again next time for the MSDN. And we're out.
That means start talking.
You're starting.
Hi, world. Okay, Jonas, we all know it's bleeding. Now stop.
3.
Oh my god!
Wait, where am I at?
Hi.
Right.